Yo, yo, yo. Hi, what's up, guys? Today I wanted to share my experience on the Tara Sangha, Sofia Tara Sangha 2021 retreat, which happened in Kefalonia in this September. So, let me give you a small backstory of how I found Sophia and her Sang by gang. So one day I woke up, start making my bed, and of course I'm putting something on Instagram playing because silence is hard. I see a video from Sofia. Like what I see is a girl with stunning eyes and like with a very eye-piercing look and gaze on your face. And I already got attracted. And also the title was Matrix within the Matrix. And she's talking in this video about like how it is easy also to fall in the trap of being in the spiritual realm and having also the spiritual ego, following people that are just saying words, that they sound like what other people enlightened are saying. For example, people that are using words such as high vibration or lower nature, cliche chakras, frequencies, words, but you all know, you can feel that they don't know because they don't go in more detail. They just throw these words. I see this video or I listen to it as well, and I immediately got drawn to it. What is this? I've never heard this from anyone, and this is true. Like I do see people that they seem inconsistent with what they're doing, and I do follow online. I mean, they are beneficial up to a point, but from a point onwards, just gotta start distinguishing your sources that you're getting your influence by. I want at least people, I want to listen to people that they're not saying much, but what they are saying, they know. So this concept attracted me. I followed Sophia. I watched, I think, maybe one video, another. Like, I didn't see much. Like what I realized from that video is like I shouldn't really search for other things. Like I should stop searching because this is becoming an addiction on itself. Like, oh, I want to get enlightened. I want to get enlightened, or whatever. I want to be awake. Words, and you get addicted to the chase, and you don't realize that maybe you don't need to chase anything afterward. After all, kind of stopped watching many videos from then on. Like I'm a big fan of Sadhguru. I think he has changed my perspective so much on what I was programmed up to a certain point. But even from that, I have felt in myself that by watching so many videos, I'm like, okay, like I'm just bored. And instead of putting Netflix, oh, let's put something more valuable as entertainment. But there's not real value into that. You're just bored, so you put that and you justify, oh, I'm not wasting my time online, or I'm not just getting information. This information is valuable, which it can be, but up to a certain point. And then it just becomes, come on, again. So anyway, I found out about Sophia. Then like I go and find the website, and I see on the website they have this retreat, the yoga, and I'm like, oh, that would be cool to follow. And I see that it is in Kefalonia, you know. So that immediately told me that, oh, there's another thing. This thing just got easier for me to do. That, oh, I can join this retreat and being in person with this entity that is talking to me. And it's in Kefalonia, which is not very long from where I live in Athens. And I go into the retreat and I try to see what are they doing there, what is going to happen, what will be the list. I don't find many information, but I found one very important information, the price, and I saw something like 2,000 euros. And I'm like, okay, this is not happening. So I immediately found an excuse not to follow that thing. And a good excuse, who has 2,000 euros. But somehow, I don't know if it was that day or the next days, I I thought, you know what? I want to follow this, but there's no way I'm giving 2,000 euros away. So what I did was just do videos. I have a drone. Maybe I can send them a message and ask them, hey guys, do you accept a person to join the retreat with zero money, but in in return I have a drone and I can make some videos for you. And I didn't think much for sending this. And of course, somehow, like I don't, because whenever I send an email, it's almost all the time like automated responses or no responses at all. So after, I don't know, like 2 or 3 days, I get a response, and it was so heartwarming. This email was, first of all, it was written from a person. Like you could not automize that message. So already I'm like, okay, these people did send me a message back, and they do say that they really appreciate what I'm asking. They do say that, oh, I felt the calling, and they would be really glad to have me. Either I could follow the retreat at a reduced price just because I asked and just because they can, or I could join the retreat, but I would have to find my own accommodation, my own food, and in return I would give some drone work. And the days go by. It was about like that was about 1.5, 2 months ago before the retreat. And the days go by, and I'm like saying, okay, I will need about 500 euros for this trip. And okay, it's not much, but at this point of time, I don't really have much money, and the house needs renovation. So I said, okay, I'll see later. I received also a message from, I think it was from Julia, and she told me that, hey, are you coming? It was about 3 days ago. Are you coming? We're waiting for you. And here, you can check these 3 hotels that they're nearby, and they're pretty cheap. And I was like, who does that? Who asks you to join for free and do the work for you to make it easier for you? So that was something that gave me an extra push, like the thing I was needing, because I had doubts in my mind, always like, oh, I'm gonna go to this place, I don't know any of these people, blah blah blah. Well, what is all that? And I say, you know what? It will be much better if I go than if I don't go. Like it's not a 50-50, it's at least 70-30. For sure, I will have an enhanced experience or just a better experience or more diverse experience from what I have right now or what I would have if I stayed in my place and didn't go there. So I said, you know what? I'm doing this. I'm going to book the bus and book the apartments and go and just see what happens. I had only followed uh, one Zoom meeting that they're happening every week, and of course, so many times I said, okay, I will go this week, this week, this week, and never went. And somehow, the 1 week before the retreat, I did participate in the Zoom meeting, and it was it was about things that people or like me want to talk about or like really. I also have questions on that. Yeah, that's true. That's something that it sounds like from the present. It doesn't sound something like from the past or very future. Seems like a real deal. Like, yeah, well, what is happening? Careers and stuff. Like, where is this ending? So I do ask a question in the Zoom meeting by writing it down. Sophia answers me. They also unmute the microphone, which kind of triggers me. Like, wow, what am I about to say? It's in front of all these people. I don't have something to say. What can I say? And I just said thank you. It didn't speak much. And I would see also then other people from other Zoom rooms talking for like, I don't know, like 5, 7 minutes. And I was like, this is weird a bit. But why? Because these people are talking too much and this is not their organized thing. Okay. Anyways, After this, I kind of said, okay, I kind of connected at the first level with Sophia, and like I had an exchange of words with her. So that made me even more eager to follow. Like, oh, I kind of know these persons now. They're not totally strangers. And also, one thing I did before going to the retreat was I asked if I can join the retreat 2 days later, and they said, yeah, of course you can. And I think from my side, this was also like an attempt to get rejected, so it's not my fault that I'm not doing the uncomfortable decision to go to the retreat. I guess I'm always searching for good excuses to not do the uncomfortable thing. By me waiting till the last moment, having the excuse of money, and also asking them, oh, can I join 2 days later? It was an attempt from my side to find a good justification for me not to go and stay in my comfort zone and comfortable house where nothing would have happened really. Yeah, they say, yeah, of course you can join. So now I'm like, dude, you should go now. So I do go, I go take the bus, and I am going from Athens to Kefalonia, and I realize in the bus before we get into the ferry to get us to the island, I realized I should have bought a ticket for the ferry. And I'm like, dude, you're selling me a bus ticket that goes from this place to this place and there's water in between. I'm assuming I have paid for that. Or put it in the price. What do you mean? Go pay for it separately. How can I not have it? Anyway, see, justified anger. Yes.